Hi there, it's Amanda Creative Gardener. So welcome to the garden, and apologies for only posting one video last week, but we're here with a new week, and I want to show you a little bit around the garden and show you what's growing. Haven't done a garden walk around for a while, so I thought I would do that for a little bit. And yeah, and there's lots of work I need to do in the garden, so I'm also just prepping myself. So let's go and have a look and see what's growing. Okay, so this is going to be just a very quick tour. I'm going to be talking about individual things in other videos, but I thought I'd give a touch on a few things. So I've been growing Pride of Barbados. I had some growing in here, and I've transplanted them all out. So I'm going to, yeah, I've transplanted them all out, and where have I put them actually? Oh my gosh. I've transplanted at least 10 around the garden. Anyway, we've been having so much rain that, anyway, well, these two I left in here. I know where I put them. Oh, I'll come back to you. Okay, yeah, so I put them, did I put them up here? Yeah, I put 4 up here, 6 up here, and then some more around the rest of the garden. I wanted to start using these tires, and as you can see, this here is one of the jobs I've got to do, because now Cole is big enough to jump back and forth, and I think the other dogs from next door were jumping over here as well, so I've got to take all of this down. I actually wanted to grow a kind of hedge, so I've got as you can see, my again, I keep forgetting the names, but I've grown all of these from seeds, the ones that you can see here. So I've got about 4 others that need putting in the soil. So what I might do is put them along here and then just do away with all of this. Okay, so that was the other thing I did. As I say, I've been growing some from seeds. So they've come up in varying degrees because of the space that they had. But in time, this will form a hedge. That's the plan. They've just got to all get to the same size. As you can see, they're varying sizes. And there's some sweet corn there. Yeah, so this is Guinnep. The Guinnep, or Aki as it's known here. We've been having torrential rain. Oh my gosh, if you were here, if you were here a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? It felt like somebody had turned on the tap. You know when you turn it on really hard, and that's how it was raining, and it was just like, when is it going to stop? Oh my gosh, everything's going to be washed away. But what's happened is, because I'd prepped the beds, and what I've done is try and do some borders, stick borders, and then I'm trying to build up the bed, cut the longest sticks. This one is going to be used for something else, but cut the longest sticks and put them down the edge, so that will stop the soil from running away off the top. So I'm pleased about that. I was standing in front of my black sage. Now this was under attack by these purple moths, and I managed to get rid of a lot of them, and my black sage seems to be doing better. I'm going to cut some because I want some smudging sticks. What I do is, I just wrap them, cut off some of the sticks, and when you burn it, it smells, actually it's got a really nice, it helps purify the air, as well as it's got a nice smell. I like it anyway. But this is, I'm not sure what, I just dashed some seeds. I think it might be hot pepper, but I'm not sure. It might be green pepper actually, who knows. And in here I've got some soursop. I planted these in April, and they're due to come out. I'm just going to leave them for a bit longer, but they are due to be transplanted. And I'm really pleased because my last slot got eaten by the slugs and the snails, but I've been really on it. I found a slug pellets that are iron phosphate, and if you just what I've been doing is scattering them around, and the amount of slugs has reduced immensely. But I also still have to, well, slugs and the snails, but I still have to go round and get rid of them. This is called whitewood, and I'd put this is a tree basically. There's 3 of them in here, and I meant to take them out when they were a lot younger, but now the roots, even when it was half this, the roots were too long. So all I can do really is just cut them back. I just want to cut this one back, and just maintain them at a different level. But the flowers, I just keep getting lots of flowers and lots of seeds, and if this grows really quick, really easily, well, for me it does. I've got about another 50 set in some soil, and they keep producing flowers. So as you can see, the flowers coming up really pretty, and then here's the seed pods. And I must find out whether, at a particular stage, some things are edible, so you never know. But they've already dispersed from here, and this has happened to a lot of them. So I'm going to be finding lots of mini whitewood tree plantlets. But what I also want to grow them for is the wood, and I want to be able to harvest the wood and use it in my art projects. So we'll see. So everything, because of the rain, everything now is looking lush, and I'm really pleased. It's just like, oh my gosh, if you saw it, I did a video and everything just looked so run down. It was terrible because you had the dry soil, everything. Everything was so dry. So things have been picking up. I've been growing, I've planted some sweet corn, and I've got about, even here, I planted 10, and only 2, 4, 6 has survived here. My lemongrass is picking back up. This is my neem tree, but there's something that keeps eating the leaves, and it's just like, isn't neem supposed to be an anti what's it with against the insects? What is it? Anti-insecticide or something like that. Yeah, so we'll see anyway. So some more sweet corn here. Again, not all of them have survived, but it's just like, that's why I've planted out lots of them. I had to move this mango tree. It was under there. It was over there. So it was just like, you're not going to survive under there. So again, coming over here, this bit is still a work in progress, because this was actually a bed, and then I thought I would just work on here, because I had some papaya trees here, and they've all died and been eaten by the slugs and the snails. And I've got a coconut tree there and some pomegranate trees at the back that are coming on, and here I've got some more sweet corn. So I just thought I would plant here and here, but 3 of them have died from along there. But I would just plant, as many as possible. And what I'm going to come around and do, I brought 2 other varieties, and what I'm going to do is when a plant in place where some have died, and then just see if so when one's grown, you can have more coming up behind it, because I think they only bear 2 heads of corn per plant, and it's just like, so that's that'll just feed 2 people. like if you fancied corn on the cob every day. But yeah, it's my first time growing sweet corn here in the Caribbean. So these are doing really well. These I put out first. They'd all been planted at the same time, but these ones I put out first, and they wanted to be in the soil, so they're doing better. So let's come over here. The other thing that I've been doing is just still trying to create pathways and, you know, create a flow, some sort of flow to going round. But it takes time, you know, if you're doing it on your own, it takes time to kind of build and create. Coming round here, this is the well. Again, this needs power washing. Just realised that mould actually can come off, so with a good power wash it'll be fine. But again, you know, creating the shapes, and I've had to move every single one of these rocks. So all the rocks that you can see has come from the land, and some of it was here, like, so when we came, cleared it, everything, there was nothing here apart from that tree. And you've seen, if you go back into some of my videos, you'll see, you know, some of the how it was all cleared and there was nothing here, not even grass. So the rocks, some of the rocks we moved as I cleared the beds. So I'd created beds, they went all the way along. I created the paths and then created the beds, and all the rocks are from that clearing. But what happens is, like, you would look at this and think there is a lot of rocks, and there is, but all of this was cleared, and they just seem to pop up. So the thing that I've been doing is to create, because of the slope, and you can see, to just try and build up these areas so that when it does rain, the rain doesn't wash everything away. So that is the idea. So we're just going to go up here. My aloes is doing well. I've kind of transplanted and separated aloes. I've got aloes everywhere, and what I did in one of the videos, you would have seen me separate them out, and I've got a group here, I've got a group down here as well. They need a bit more watering, although you would have thought, you know, with all that, I tell you, with the rain that we had, this is my sweet sop, that's sweet sop. So I'm hoping that does a bit better. And this here is my moringa patch. So I've got about 30 moringas in here. I just literally wanted to grow them for the leaves. Some of them are producing the drumsticks, so that's good. And with more rain, we'll get some more leaves from them. Bananas. 2 banana plants came up and produced nothing and then fell down. So we've got some babies coming up, so I know they like a lot of water, so I'm just trying to make sure that I, you know, make sure that they get enough water. Like these 2 have never fruited, but they look like they're about to, I know that actually they're pushing out some new leaves, so okay, all right. Okay, the other thing that I've been doing is trying to level this. This was all a mound, so again I want a path, so but the path needs to be lower. I think it's going to rain. I want to take out at least another few inches, so this in here is higher than this. There is, and then I use the soil in other places. And like if we come around here, so I want a path to be here, so obviously this needs to be moved. And I was trying to debate whether, so this tree's going to get bigger, my noni tree, so pleased, my noni tree, so whether to just create a circle here, so there'll be the noni tree, this, and there's a couple of papayas in there as well. But yeah, so that's it. And my scarvola, I put my scarvola here. This is where, when it rains, got to tidy up. When it rains, the water runs along here, which I've shown. So I've got to cut this back a bit just to make it clear. But it means that the grass isn't growing, because we still have to get it cut, so the grass isn't growing all along under there. And then here, just to neaten this up a bit, this is where, like, the triangle, so the water comes down here, and so I want to plant, so I've got that there, the river tamarind, and all of this needs to be cut down. I would have shown you a video of how the guy that cuts our grass cut the tree down that I was trying to make a like an archway with, and it was perfect. It would have been an archway, but again, another path, so all the rocks I've moved, some more black sage growing there, and I'm not sure what that plant is called, the other one. So here, here is where I've got my red Mexican sunflower. I've got 5 plants left out of, say, 20 seeds, and I've also got some papaya growing here as well, so just keep an eye on it. And again, so this path will come around here. I planted this here just as like a wind buffer, so I'm going to put some ferns underneath, so things that require a lot of shade, or half sun half shade. And then on this part I've created another kind of circle. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it, but it's just like I just wanted to split things up and just make it like a flow, so more scent, more fruit, lots of fruit, and for you to just walk around the garden and feel, oh yes, I feel like a what today. So these bottles, what happens here is that I've got I've got a drum upstairs, and we use the bottled water, and so they were empty, and so to empty the tank I needed to fill up all the bottles, and they come in handy. Like I was out watering this morning, so I'd left these here, and I'm going to give this, because this is a red ginger lily, and it likes a lot of water, so they come in handy where I can just, it's like something else going on, so I can just give them the water that they need. I don't really want loads of bottles all over the place, but so I filled up the bottles and they're sitting upstairs, and can I get a hand to take them down? Anyway, I think it's time to go. See all the rocks? All of this had gone. All of this wasn't here. But what can you do? You just have to make do. Or what I'm thinking, because I've been using the cardboard, and I put some more down because it gets really muddy along here, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just go and get the wood chips just for the paths. So this one, there's 3 paths along here, and then we'll see how many of the others I can do, and where it can just grow grass. If I can grow like let me show you what I found. I found this grass. It's going to get dark soon. I found this grass that, or it's a plant, but it's low growing, so and it just creeps, and I don't mind if it was just doing that. I put some along here, so that one there, Yes, I was like, you can grow to your heart's content, lovey. And this one here, that's a very low growing one, and I found it around the front. So I thought, let me bring some round here and see how I get on. Okay, so that is the space that I'm working with. This is my tropical garden that you know, every single plant you see I've put in, all the trees that's growing. You know, we're going on how many years now is this here? About 2.5 years. So I'm really pleased with the way things have been kind of growing, and I've had harvest, you know, quite a lot of harvest from fruits, from bananas to pomegranates to pumpkin, all the moringa. It's really good. And I would love to get a seed oil press so I can press the oil from the moringa seeds. I just have an abundance of them. So as I said, you know, with if you counted all the trees, there's about 44 trees in this space, and of different sizes. This one I'm standing beside is the biggest, and I do need to trim it a bit. I'm going to need to trim it a bit, especially before all the rain comes. Look at Cole. Come here. Come on. In. Come on. In. Good boy. Okay, I think we're going to go in now. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you a quick updates, very quick update. I'm going to go into more detail in some of the into some of the plants that you've seen. I've got some more plants that I've been growing that I'd love to show you, and show you how easy some of it has been. And I think I found if I just, you know, whereas before I would like, you want to watch everything. Is it coming up now? And sometimes you just have to leave it and get back into other things. There's been so many other things. I've been digging and moving so much soil. I didn't have to worry about, you know, some of the seedlings coming up, and they came up, and you know, now I can focus on those. Oh, actually, let's just go back there and I'll show you. And as I say, so many things to tidy up. I managed to put the elephant ears in the ground. This is a nice kind of semi-shaded spot, so it's doing well here. Let's just go here. Here's my little kind of experimental station. Look at my sapodilla. I want to plant that out, but I just want to be sure. And so these are some of the plants that I've either grown from seed, I found in the garden, and I'll love to share some of that with you. But we're going to go in now because there's some heavy looking rain clouds there. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, and this is a drawer that got broke, and I thought, let me make a raised bed with it. So I'm going to just grow some things like I don't know, I don't really have much luck with lettuce, but some other little things that being in an enclosed space, it'll be all right. So I've got to do that, and then I've got to fill up these. With that rain that we had, this storage thing, water storage thing, filled up, and so now I've got to fill all these bottles, and I've got all the small bottles in here. It seems to be never ending. Let's focus on this, the other ginger lily. Well, this is the main one, and I saw another little one growing beside it. So the one that you saw that I showed you earlier, that was from here, and I separated them out. But they prefer to be in the soil, and they seem to like a lot of water. But got this little area going on, and there's so many different plants here that I'll definitely have to share with you in a different video. And I'm looking forward to doing so. So take care for now. Doesn't that look like a secret garden? Just for a minute, it looked like, oh, there's a little path there. Anyway, so take care for now, and look forward to seeing you soon.